You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today is probably one of my favorite Erik Jones paint schemes. This is the Special Warfare. What was the hood sponsor? Just Air Force. There we go. Air Force Special Warfare paint scheme. It looks really good. I mean, it really does. Now, this was in Wave 13, but for obvious reasons, I skipped out on that car, which, I mean, I prefer the Gold Series anyway. But after I saw Wave 13, I was like, ooh, that's a yikes right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a very good, very good quality wave in terms of actually how it was made. So, definitely waited for the Gold Series, and now it is here today. And I am kind of reviewing this on a Memorial Day weekend, you know, of course, for the fallen vets and, you know, everybody who will be remembered. And even though I think it's Monday now, but still, it's around that time. I meant to record this a couple days ago, actually, but I just kind of got lazy, I'm not going to lie. I wanted a break for a day or two. And, yeah, we're back at it now. So, still a really nice paint scheme. I've said before, these types of paint schemes always have a very special place in my heart. Now, I do not know anybody family-wise that is, like, in the Army or has been in the Army or who has served for our country in any way. But I've actually got a friend fresh out of high school, man. He just got into the military services. He's been, I don't know where he's been exactly, but, you know, he's got it all. He's got the uniform. He is all, you know, dressed up, ready to go. And there's just a lot of bravery in that man. It really is. Now, he was always the weird kid. You know, he was always the, like, dude, what are you doing type kid. But everybody liked him. Not everybody hated him. I mean, some people found him annoying, but he was literally the kid that would just, like, show you memes on iFunny or, you know, stuff like that. And he was a really cool kid to have around, to be honest. But, I mean, definitely somebody I would not think would go into a military service. But sure enough, a little bit after high school, man, he was gone. He quit his job, went to the military force, and, you know, again, he's all geared up. So it's pretty cool. I've got his mom on Facebook. She'll share pictures about him and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. You know, it's a very brave thing. And I have a lot of respect for people who just go even that far. Like, I got another buddy that was friends with him, and, he was like, you know, did you hear, you know, he was going into the military service or he's already in there? And I'm like, no, man, I didn't hear that at all. And, you know, I was like joking about it. I'm like, well, you know, he's not going to last, dude. And because, you know, again, I thought he was kidding. I thought it was like just, you know, for goofs and laughs. But apparently he actually went into that force. And I'm like, wow, this kid actually did that. So just, you know, a lot of respect towards him, and I really hope he serves this country well. But, you know, so that also kind of makes this paint scheme a lot more special to me as well, just because I know somebody personally who I was friends with. I'm still friends with him, but, you know, of course we don't really talk much. But if we did see each other, you know, of course we would have a conversation and stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully he does well. But yeah, this paint scheme, again, is really nice. I love the dirty type, like, sand dunes type color. It reminds me of Modern Warfare, to be honest, like Modern Warfare 2 or 3. But yeah, just a really cool car. Yeah, it's really nice. So let's go ahead and get into this diecast review. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is the roof number, because this is a dark orange. A dark orange, and it's supposed to be a very bright Dayglow orange, which is, you know, again, incorrect, but it is what it is. This diecast is still really nice, so let's go ahead and get into this diecast review. Here's a diecast out of the box, and once again, it reminds me a lot about Modern Warfare 2, especially the dude sitting there on the side. Like, I love my COD games. I really do. And actually, they're coming out with a second Modern Warfare 2. Like, it's kind of like I don't know, it's not a revamp, but it's like it's Modern Warfare, but it's 2, but it's not Modern Warfare 2, if that makes any sense. But, I mean, they're coming out with a new one. They're going to, I don't know if you guys know about Warzone. You probably don't. I mean, I'm sure some of you do. But they're going to, like, make a Warzone 2 for Call of Duty. It's going to be really cool, and I'm very excited for that game. Normally, the COD games have been pretty crap recently, but that one looks pretty darn good. Anyway, enough about a fictional world. Let's get into the real world of this paint scheme. Now, of course, right here, you got the U.S. Air Force, or not the Air, is it the Air? Yeah, the Air Force logo right there, nice and pretty. Personally, I would have kept the spots going all the way around the car because it looks just super good. Again, you got the U.S. Air Force logo there, nice and big on the hood. It even goes to the bumper. That's how large this decal is. So it looks really good. Oh no, you got Jones all the way shifted to the left. It looks like the if you do this, it looks like the new banners, but just reversed. So that does kind of suck, but I mean, it is what it is. Again, you got the 43 right there, a very matte finish as well, a very matte and a flat color. Looks really good. Check it for Andretti right there. You got Jones on the back. Special Warfare, U.S. Air Force. And of course you got a black splitter back here. Yeah, that's a splitter, obviously. No, a black spoiler back here. Got the tail lights. You got that really thick blue 43 outline, which ruins this car, to be honest. I don't know what that is. Huh, interesting. Got a little bit of that, like that dirt / muddy type design down there. Camaro ZL1 108. Over here on the side, you got the man hospital prices. Whatever that is. Got safety clean there. Special Warfare, U.S. Air Force. Trans Impact? No, Trans Impact. That's whatever that is. There's got a little orange spot kind of squished on top of that too. Oh, we got two different guys. Look at that. So we got a dude talking on the walkie right there. And then you got the other guy. He's kind of stanced on his knee, taking a kneel and kind of aiming at his target. I like how they have the nice detail of like the goggles on the hood. Yeah, on the hood, on the helmet there. What does this guy got over here? He's got some equipment, got some on the side there. Again, he's got his walkie, he's got his vest and everything. He's got the gun up in the air. That looks really nice. I mean, it's such a crisp and clean picture, too. I love it. Got the 43 right there. STP 50 years, male right there as well. NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series. Again, you got this dirty looking pattern around the wheel well, which looks really nice. And in a way, it actually does make sense, because if you think of an army vehicle traveling through, the grasslands or just any type of terrain, and they do have this color, they do have that, kind of sandy, dusty, dunes type color to the vehicles. They're going to go through mud and stuff. So around the wheel wells is actually a pretty smart place to put a mud design, as if it's been traveling through all, the different terrain and the hills and puddles and mud and all that stuff. So pretty smart move, I'm not going to lie. That is a very nice little touch there. Got the Sunoco 43 again outlined in that blue for whatever reason. I got the front end right here, if it can focus. There we go. Very nicely done, very nicely placed. So yeah, there's that. And then of course, over here you got the other dude sitting down. So yeah, I mean, again, just a really nice paint scheme. This just, again, one of my favorites for Jones. I'm not really that Jones boy fan. I'm really not. I mean, I don't hate him by any means. I've got nothing against them, but this is definitely better than the Bubba Wallace paint schemes. Again, nothing towards Bubba Wallace in terms of paint scheme wise, but the whole Warthog U.S. Air Force paint schemes are pretty darn good. But I love to see more paint schemes like this one here. Now, don't get me wrong, the whole Warthog airplane thing looked really cool, but I think in terms of an actual ground vehicle, a special warfare paint scheme like this just makes a lot more sense. It looks a lot better. It kind of, forms together really well. Now, honestly, one thing I don't like about the paint scheme is not really the designer's fault, but it's just the Penske Penske. What in the world? Nope, that is not what I meant to say. The Petty kind of swoosh on the side. It doesn't fit the paint scheme unless they would. It would be really cool. Now this might be a bit of a stretch, but it would be really cool if they turned it into like a road. Now, see the white and the blue, maybe like two separate lanes. Like they could still have that swoosh, even though it wouldn't be like a really petty thing. But I don't know, it'd probably look out of place still there nonetheless. But it doesn't fit, and I'm not really a fan of it. If that wasn't there, this paint scheme would be a whole lot better. But again, don't get me wrong, this paint scheme is already fantastic as it is. Now, I love my 124 scale diecast, but I am too broke for my 124 scale diecast, so if I had the opportunity, I would love to get this eventually in the 124 scale. But at the same time, I don't really have a lot of room at this very moment either. That will change here later on. But I don't have room, don't have the money for it. So sadly, I'm going to skip out on the 124. Again, I'm not really a big 124 collector unless it's something like one I've seen in person, or a Bowman win, or a junior win, stuff like that, right? It's got to be very specific in what I need for a 124, but, you know, sometimes there's some one-off paint schemes that I'll get, like, for example, the Coke 600, Brad Keselowski. Now, that doesn't help that he's my second favorite driver, and I saw that in person, so that's why I got that one. But I mean, you know, I'll get kind of one-off weird paint schemes like that, but this one would definitely be a nice addition to the 124 scale, but again, just right now is not really the time. So with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this diecast review, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.